Whoever is telling this story seems like he's actually crazy. Wait. You guys? Oh my god, dude, the door is wide open. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy GraphNix, and tonight we are going to be talking about this guy right here. Now, the last time I read from this book, I asked you guys to come up with a cool name for it. Now, you guys thought of some pretty insane names, but before I pick one, I'm gonna give everybody one more shot at this. So, if you guys have any crazy names for the book, leave them down in the comment section below. Now, the last time I had a look at this book, I told you guys that I was terrified to go through it, and I was avoiding doing that video for a long time. Well, things are a little different now. Lately, I've really been wanting to look at the book, almost like it's calling out to me late at night. And when I finally looked through it, I saw notes, rituals, and even stories left behind by what seems to be the previous owners of the book. So just for you guys, I'm going to be reading a story that I found in the book tonight at 3 a.m. Alright, so as you guys can see, it is 3:16, which means we are in the devil's hour. And if you guys aren't sure why I do these challenges at 3 a.m., it's because anything demonic, paranormal, or spiritual are always going to be at its maximum potential at this time. So, I got the book right here. And like I said before, I did read through it the other day, and I found a story that really caught my eye. Now, I didn't read the story yet, but it was just the title that really gave me the creeps. So tonight, I'm gonna be reading this story with you guys. And it seems like it's by one of the previous owners. And the reason why it caught my eye is because the title reads, Beware of the Scarecrow. Now, I'm really interested in this story because I personally am terrified of scarecrows. Some people hate spiders, others hate clowns. I can't do scarecrows. So I'm conquering some fears reading this for you guys. So make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And let's start reading this. Okay, are you guys ready? I've never been more afraid in my entire life. I've never believed in ghosts or the paranormal until now. I wish I did. I wish I picked up on the clear signs. I fear that now, it's too late. It started with the death of my uncle. My mother called me that night she found out, in tears. I was never close to my uncle, and he seemed to try to distance himself from the family, so my loss certainly wasn't as great as my mother's. The next day I went to my uncle's place with my mother to collect some of his belongings. Heart attack was the official cause of death. What a disaster. He was clearly insane near the last days of his life. Newspapers covered every window, boards nailed to the doors at each exit, cans of empty and half-eaten vegetables, beans, and other foods scattered across the floor. He must not have left his house for weeks. My mother was in tears from the sight the entire time. It was time to leave, and as I'm about to exit the door, I had this sensation that I had forgotten something. I figured I left my phone somewhere and wandered back into my dead uncle's room. I don't know why, but it's as if something called to me, telling me to check under the bed. And there it was, a dark brown book with a cover that looked like burnt flesh, and on the front, a face of a demon. I wish I would have just put down that book. I really wish I did. But instead, I put it in my bag, and without telling a soul, left that house. Okay, so that is very, very creepy. He found the book, so we know that he was an owner of this book, and it seems like his uncle grew obsessed with this thing. I don't know where this story is going to take us, but I'm excited to figure out what is going on here. So let's just keep reading. I tried to get some sleep that night, but all I could think about was that book.
Inevitably, I end up reaching into my bag, picking up the book, and reading through the pages. The first few pages seemed to be written in blood. And before I could read through the first passage, I feel a stinging sensation from my hand. I noticed that it was also bleeding, but for some reason, I didn't care. I didn't dress my wound. I didn't question how I got cut. I just kept reading. I woke up the next morning, realizing there's something not right with that book. I decided to throw it in my closet and had no intention of ever reading it again. Weeks passed, and every once in a while, the thought of that cursed book crossed my mind, but I never picked it back up. Until one night, I woke up from a nightmare of something very odd following me. I looked over at the time. It was 3:04 a.m. And next to my alarm clock was that book. I don't know how it got there, but I stayed up all night reading that damn book. There was a poem that caught my eye about a scarecrow. It was very odd, but I recalled scattered papers at my dead uncle's house that could have resembled such a creature. But I had figured it was too much of a coincidence. The next few days seemed normal, until my manager decided to put me on a night shift at work. I walk home from work. It's not far, just 10 minutes. But this night seemed much longer. I swear I was being followed. But the few times I looked back, I saw nothing. I'll never forget that night. That same night, I woke up from another terrible nightmare. I was being followed by a scarecrow. I look over at my clock, and once again, it reads 3 a.m. Once again, the book that I left in my closet was there. And once again, I spent all night reading from its pages.
The lights! Oh, wait! Are you guys seeing this? The lights are still on outside, so I don't know if it was just like my light burning out or something, but the lights are still on, so I guess that's good. Still weird, but not the strangest thing, so I'm just gonna grab the book and I'm gonna finish reading this guy somewhere downstairs, probably in the dining room. Okay, let's see if this spot is gonna work. Perfect. Alright. Get the camera right here. And let's wait 1 second actually, because the lighting's a little messed up. So I'm just gonna turn on one more light, guys. Wait 1 second, wrong light. Okay, there. Whew. That should do it, guys. Oh, much better. Okay, so let's see where we left off. Okay.
The feeling of being followed continued the next night and carried on through the next few days. Even during the daytime, it always felt as if someone was right behind me. I found myself locking the doors more often, even when I was already home, as well as always having the blinds closed. But I had a lot of windows without blinds, so out of pure paranoia, I used old newspapers to cover them. It eventually got to the point where I was afraid of my own shadow. Even during the day, there was no light able to get through and into my house. This must have been what my uncle was going through. This must have been what killed him. It has to stop. And even though the nightmares continued, I repeatedly told myself that all this was just in my head.
Alright guys, that is creepy, creepy stuff. Whoever is telling this story seems like he's actually crazy, but at the same time, this is exactly what his uncle was going through as well. So I don't know, maybe he's actually being followed or something, but there's no way to know until we finish this story. But literally feels like it dropped like 5 degrees in here. Let's check the thermostat over here and see if we could crank the heat up a bit. Wait. You guys, oh my god, dude, the door is wide open. And there's like all this trash like on the floor. So Jesse came in not too long ago and went upstairs to bed. I'm guessing he forgot to close the door, but I don't know what this whole mess is about. And wait a minute, the hell is going on? It even leads like all the way down into the basement. I'm just gonna go check real quick to see if Jesse is down here. Yo, Jesse? Bro, are you here? What's with the mess in the front? Hello? Okay, let's get this light on first. Where is it? Jesse? Bro, are you down here? Alright, so it doesn't look like Jesse's down here, but since I'm here, I might as well just finish the story. Alright, let's see where we're at now. I finally made the decision
to tear all the newspapers covering my windows down. And after a couple days, things slowly began to get back to normal. I once again got a late night shift, and once again had to walk home late at night, alone. Only this time, without fear. I pass a park, and as I look over into the field, I see a figure standing there with his arms out, not moving, like a scarecrow. Images of the creature that haunted my dreams fill my mind, but it's too far for me to make out any key features. I tell myself, if I have no idea what it is, then I shouldn't assume it's what I'm most afraid of. And I keep walking. That feeling of being followed rapidly grew and was stronger than ever before. I refuse to believe in this insanity. It's just a book. I'm 3 houses down and just want to be home. I just want this day to be over. 2 houses down. A sense of relief fills my mind. Then I finally reach my house. I rush inside and take one final look behind me, but nothing is there. I make my way to the kitchen to grab a glass of water and lock the door leading to the backyard. I open the blinds to take a look at the backyard, and nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. I dropped my glass of water, and the sound of shattered glass rang in my head endlessly. As I see standing in my backyard, the creature that has been haunting my dreams. The same exact monster. Frozen in fear as I stare into the eyes of a scarecrow.
Oh my god, guys, that's the end of the story. It ends right there. So I don't know what happened to this guy, if he's alive even still, or if the Scarecrow did anything to him that night, but that story really creeped me out. So at the very beginning, he mentioned that he read a poem of some sort about a Scarecrow. Let me know in the comments section below, guys, if you want me to find that poem and read it out for you, because it sounds really interesting. That's gonna be the end of the video tonight, guys. If you enjoyed this, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that post notification bell button, because I'm posting 3 times a week and you guys definitely do not want to miss out on these videos. Now this video is going to be released on the big day Halloween, but it is not my Halloween video. So I will be doing something crazy for you guys on Halloween. That's going to be coming out Friday actually, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, guys, peace.